A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. So Georgia's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Trying to get through the noise, it's Lewis. Finds his target. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Noles want to pick up the tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. The give to the back. Turning it on. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Florida State. He got a step and just dusted the field. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with an explosive in the running game, a 59-yard touchdown run. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Driven back. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man, it's Rivers. Out wide right, it's Taylor. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch.
There he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason.
Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Florida State. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Rivers. Moving out to the right. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
The Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's a give to Frazier. They've got it out to the 34 after getting 5 there. He now has 62 yards on the ground in this first quarter. That is a terrific start. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. From the gun, it's Hawkins. Nice move there. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
Gonna run it. It's Phillips. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll ride him again. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
And he's brought down after a short gain. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things are a little one-sided so far. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Motion from the wide receiver. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Right side, it's Frazier. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. Moves the pocket. It's Rivers. And here's a fumble way behind the line. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. He's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. Hits inside. It's Frazier. Taken down. He's now up to 75 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got his man. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Snapped on 4th down. Rush is on. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
A strike downfield. Into the house. Touchdown Seminoles. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There's no question this team is reeling down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score. Wide open spaces. The 40, the 30, the 10. Touchdown, Bulldog! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play, that will do it. That will get you almost there. When you get handed off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. They give it back to him. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And these 3rd downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the 3rd down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
And the Noles with the 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Hawkins. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Lewis. Oh, pressure's coming. Out of the backfield, he's open. He's stopped.
One of the things you love about running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Piles his way ahead. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. They are willing to roll the dice, going for it. Fourth and short from the 41. Lewis to throw for it on fourth. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Hits the accelerator to the right. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense putting points on the board.
And this is always the fine line as an offense, man. You want to be aggressive. You want to go get more points right before the half, but you can't be careless. You can't make mistakes. And, man, Palmer, that's a big mistake that goes all the way back the other direction.
And give the defense credit, too, because in that 2-minute situation, they're expecting pass. Everybody's got to be on guard. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. He was able to jump the throw. Now he's taking it the distance. He's building the lead for his team. They've got so much momentum now heading into halftime.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback keeper. He's got enough. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got...
Snags it, and there's running room. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds a yard short at the 49. Throwing, Lewis. Turns it loose. Complete downfield. He's down at the 25-yard line. Waning moments of the first half. It is a first down. And the Seminoles come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. In the red area, it's Chroma. It's a fumble. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's Lewis to throw. Stepping to the right. Looking for the score. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Lewis from the gun on third down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And these These are the ones that make me want to remove kickers from a game. I mean, this is a chip shot field goal. It should be an automatic 3. He misses. Wasted drive, wasted opportunity.
Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the number 13 team, the Missouri Tigers. And it's the Huskers getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a
A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium and Athens. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Seminoles head coach before the game. He understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters. But he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Seminoles kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They've been waiting on the season, and here we go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run him again. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Dropping back, it's Rivers. Under pressure. Complete to the left. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. And the Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires on the move. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny. You spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
He's got it. Breaks into the open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, that's a nice job on third down there. They come into this game as the underdog, obviously, but you got to love the way they've started this one, David. Defense gets a takeaway on the opening possession. Now your first third down offensively, you're able to move the sticks. Really seems like this team is focused and dialed in.
And something good happening early in this football game gives you the momentum. As the underdog, you want to see those good plays early, right? To believe. Everybody on the sideline now knows they got some juice, things going the right way. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going on offense.
Maybe a crease. At the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida State. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished things off by racing 37 yards to the end zone. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. He's changing the play. Back to pass, it's Rivers. Finds the tight end. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Handoff for Frazier. Running with some authority as he bangs his way to the 43.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to get it through the air. Snags it over the middle. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Makes the grab. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Looking downfield, it's Rivers. Rush right in his face. He's sacked. This defense all over him. And we take a look at how these quarterbacks are doing so far. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Hit as he throws. Got a man in the middle. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Got to make the play on fourth. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback will keep it. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have it.
Lots of room to run. You want to talk about changing field position. The huge play takes it down to the 37.
And this 4 vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
Running inside, it's Hawkins. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida State. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like
he unleashes a long one. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Upstairs to make the catch.
And this is why I love sudden change situations. When you get a turnover, oftentimes coordinators like to take a shot right away. The defense is back out on the field. They're trying to communicate. Sometimes they're discombobulated. They're sleepwalking a little bit. And the offense takes advantage, taking a shot and coming up with an explosive play.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Caught in the backfield. It's Frazier. At the 45 on his way. He'll work his way down to the 28. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to pass, it's Rivers. Out wide right, it's Frazier. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the 1st down.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down to the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll move the wide receiver. Lewis trying to get behind the defense. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. To the air again, Lewis. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
2nd and long here. Throwing, Lewis. Turns it upfield. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. The Seminoles in the hurry up. Lewis to throw. Fires to the wideout. What a grab with one hand. Florida State calls its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half.
We love to talk about receivers having a catch radius. When you make catches like that, one-handed, man, oh man, your quarterback is going to be coming back throwing your way a lot more often.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. They'll take the penalty and move them back. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Here's Lewis to throw. Touchdown Seminoles! The sure hand's in the end zone, and he has 6.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in week 1. Let's